Do you ever feel empty inside, even when your life looks perfectly fine on the outside? You're doing everything you're supposed to do. You're functioning. You're getting by. Your relationships seem okay. Your job is stable. Nothing is explicitly wrong, but deep down, there's this quiet, persistent void. It's not sadness, not exactly depression, but just emptiness. A feeling that something crucial is missing. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone, and this video is for you. We're going to explore why you might feel this way even when life seems good, what the root causes of this emotional emptiness are, and most importantly, how you can begin to slowly reconnect with a sense of meaning and fulfillment. First, let's get one thing straight. Feeling empty is not a sign of failure. It doesn't mean you're broken, ungrateful, or that something is fundamentally wrong with you. Many of us are taught to interpret this feeling as a personal flaw. We think, I have so much to be thankful for. Why do I feel like this? But emptiness is not a flaw. It's a signal. It's your inner self trying to get your attention. Think of it like a notification on your phone, but for your soul. This signal is usually telling you one of a few things. First, it could mean you're disconnected from yourself. Your daily actions are no longer aligned with your core values or what truly matters to you. Second, it often means you're living on autopilot. You're going through the motions, checking off boxes, but you're not truly present or engaged with your own life. You're surviving, not thriving. You're existing, not living. The moment you stop judging yourself for this feeling and start listening to it, that's when real personal development begins. You're not supposed to ignore that signal. You're supposed to investigate it. It's a call to adventure, an invitation to look deeper and discover what your life is truly asking for. So, where does this feeling come from? A huge part of the answer lies in the very structure of our modern lives. Modern life is a masterpiece of efficiency, but it can be emotionally shallow. We've optimized everything for comfort, convenience, and productivity. Food is delivered to our door, entertainment is a click away, and communication happens through a screen. We've engineered struggle and effort out of our daily existence. But here's the paradox. True fulfillment doesn't come from comfort. It comes from effort, from challenge, from connection, from having a purpose that pulls you forward. When life becomes too easy, too comfortable, the mind doesn't have enough to chew on. It becomes numb. It's like a muscle that atrophies from lack of use. You're not necessarily unhappy. You're profoundly understimulated at a deeper, more meaningful level. You're missing the friction that creates a spark, the resistance that builds strength, the journey that makes the destination worthwhile. We've built a world that satisfies our surface-level wants almost instantly, but often starves our deeper needs for meaning and engagement. This leads us directly to another major cause of emptiness. Achievement without meaning. So many of us spend our lives climbing a ladder we never consciously chose. We chase the goals that society tells us we should want: a certain salary, a specific job title, social status, the approval of others. We work hard, we sacrifice, we achieve these things. And then we arrive at the top, look around, and feel nothing. Just that same old emptiness. Why? Because achievement in itself is hollow. It's like eating junk food. It fills you up for a moment, but it provides no real nourishment. Achievement without personal meaning is just a distraction. It keeps you busy, it gives you a temporary sense of progress, but it doesn't satisfy your soul. True self-improvement isn't about acquiring more money, more followers, more accolades. It's about finding something to care deeply about again. It's about aligning your actions with a purpose that resonates with you, not a purpose that was assigned to you by your family, your culture, or your Instagram feed. The goal isn't just to have a successful life, but to have a meaningful one. And what do we do when that uncomfortable feeling of emptiness creeps in? Most of us run. We do everything we can to avoid it. We pick up our phones and scroll endlessly. We binge watch another series. We fill our calendars until there isn't a single moment of empty space. We stay busy, hoping that if we just move fast enough, the emptiness won't be able to catch up. But distraction doesn't solve the problem. It only delays the conversation you need to have with yourself. It's like hitting the snooze button on your soul's alarm clock. The silence, the stillness, the moments without distraction, these are uncomfortable for a reason, because that's where the truth lives. That S where you re-force to confront the gap between the life you reliving and the life you want to live. If you never allow yourself to sit with that feeling of emptiness, if you constantly numb it with noise and activity, you'll never understand what it's trying to tell you. You'll never discover what's missing. The only way out is through it. You have to be willing to be quiet enough to hear the question the emptiness is asking. So, how do we begin to reconnect with that lost sense of meaning? The key is to understand that you do unfix emptiness like you defix a leaky faucet. You listen to it, you respond to it by intentionally reintroducing the very things modern life has tried to eliminate. Here are 3 practical ways to start. First, do something that requires real effort. Meaning grows from responsibility and challenge. Choose something hard and commit to it. It could be learning a new skill, training for a 5K, building a piece of furniture, or finally tackling that project you've been putting off. When you invest effort, you create a sense of ownership and pride. You prove to yourself that you can do difficult things. Second shift, from consuming to creating. Consumption is passive, creation is active. It brings life and energy back into your days. Write a journal entry, cook a new recipe from scratch, learn an instrument, paint something, start a garden. Creation is an act of expression. It's a way of putting a piece of yourself out into the world. It reminds you that you are a force of action, not just a passive recipient of content. Third, reconnect with real people deeply. Emptiness is often healed by genuine human connection. I'm not talking about likes, comments, or views. I'm talking about face-to-face conversations where you can be vulnerable and truly seen. Call a friend instead of texting. Make plans. Talk about things that actually matter. Fulfillment doesn't happen overnight. It grows slowly, quietly, through these small, intentional acts. But it's real, and it's lasting. Ultimately, if you're feeling empty, I want you to hear this. You are not broken. You are not failing. You are being invited to live a different kind of life, a life that is more honest, more deeply connected, and more intentional. That feeling of emptiness is not your enemy, it's your guide. It's pointing you toward a more authentic version of yourself. So don't run from it. Don't numb it. Respond to it. Your life isn't meaningless. It's asking you to fill it with meaning. It's waiting for you to answer the call. Thank you so much for watching. If this video resonated with you or gave you a new perspective, please give it a like and consider sharing it with someone who might need to hear this message. And don't forget to subscribe for more content on personal development and living a more meaningful life. Take care.